I've been watching some sports content of late, and I've been seeing people say Southgate should drop Kane. Mark Goldbridge, Rory Jennings, they were saying he should drop Kane, and that Kane hasn't done anything for them in this tournament. And I can agree with that. Kane hasn't done what he's supposed to do, but I wouldn't put the blame on Kane alone. Because how do I put this? Kane, the way Kane plays is not the way the England team has been set up, and I'm going to explain that. If you watch Kane, Kane isn't the kind of striker who always stays in the box. He's not a poacher kind of striker. He's not like Haaland or recent Ronaldo, that will just stay in the box and wait for the ball to come to him. That's not how Kane is. Kane is the striker who likes to get involved in the play. He's like Benzema, Firmino, sometimes, Suarez. They like to get involved in the play. They like to take the ball from deep and bring it out. You understand? Then the reason why Kane hasn't been doing much is because of the players around him. They don't complement the way he plays. You have Phil Foden on the wing. You have Jude Bellingham. You have Saka on his right. Saka is the kind of player. He's a winger who will like to cut back. He takes on his man, cuts back into the box. But when he does that, Kane is not there, because as I said, Kane likes to get involved in the play. Foden to the same. You cross into the box, you make a pass into the box. But Kane isn't there because Kane is behind trying to get involved in the play. If you watch his heat map in the this tournament, and even in last season in Bayern, he was always in the middle, outside the box, or maybe right in the box, or in the middle of the field. He's not the kind of poacher like Haaland who is always staying in the box waiting for the ball to come to him. That's not it. So if you play him like that, you're not using him well. Here's how I think you should use him. But first, I'm going to list the formation. I'm going to say the formation that I think England should employ if they want to get the best out of the players they have. Because international football is a tournament, or international football is where you make use of the individual players you have. You understand? You have to play them to their strengths, because you don't have time to draw the tactics that you want into them, because it's just a few weeks that you have to prepare them for the tournament. So you have to use them. You have to take advantage of their individual abilities and use them to use them to how you want it to be. Understand? So I'm going to list the formation that I think England should employ and how they should play in order to make the best out of their players, or to get the best out of their players. So in the post, I think Pickford should be there. I don't think he has done anything wrong this season. But as a left back, I think it should be Konsa, because England don't have a left back they trust yet. That's why they play Trippier at left back, because they don't have a natural left back that they can trust. But I think they should put Konsa there, and I'm going to explain why. Konsa should be at left back. Mark Gahey will be back. He was suspended, but he'll be back for the Netherlands match, so he should be at the left centre back. Right centre back should be Stones, but the right back should be Arnold, and I'm going to explain why. It's going to be a 4-2-3-1 formation. Right back should be Arnold. As the pivots, you have Declan Rice and Bellingham. Left wing, you have Foden, because Southgate isn't going to drop Foden, let's be honest. So we'll put Foden there. Personally, I'll prefer Anthony Gordon, because he's a natural left winger, but Southgate will want to play Foden at all costs. So we'll put Foden at the left wing. In the middle, you put Harry Kane there as the number 10. And I'm going to explain why. On the right, you put Saka there. Then up top, you put Watkins or Tony, but I prefer Tony. And I'm going to explain why I think this formation is going to help England. So you have a player like Arnold, but then you are leaving him on the bench. How does that make sense? From the past season he played with Liverpool, you can tell that he's very good when he inverts. He's not good defensively, but when he inverts, he has a lot of things to add, or a lot of value to add to the team. So why do you have someone like Arnold and put him on the bench, and you play Kyle Walker, who has nothing to add to the team apart from speed? I don't see Walker as a player who has ball sense, because he adds nothing to the team. He's just a fast player, that is all. I don't think playing Walker over Arnold is good for England. You have someone like Arnold who can play as a deep line playmaker. He can help Bellingham and Rice in the midfield, to help control the game. So you have Arnold in the team. When in possession, he can invert and put long balls, long crosses into the box when needed. You have Kane as a number 10. As I said, Kane is not a target man. That's not how. If you play him as a target man, you are not going to use him well. He's not a target man. Kane is a player who likes to play off other players. That is why in Bayern, someone like Sané, Gnabry, they like to attack the box. They enter the box a lot. So then Kane can play off them, But then if you have Foden and Saka, that's not how they play. There are different types of players. Sané is a kind of player who likes to shoot. He likes to attack the box and all that. But then Foden, Saka, that's not how they are. Foden and Saka, Foden and Kane are kind of similar in a way that they all like to help in the game, help bring the ball inside the box, help in the build up and in the play. That's how they are similar to me. You understand? So I think you should put Kane behind Ivan Toney because first of all, having those two players in the same match will give the defense a hard time because they have to defend two players now, and Harry Kane and Toney being the same game is going to be crazy because you have two goal threats and two very good goal threats. When there's a corner, they have to think about Ivan Toney, they have to think about Harry Kane too. It's going to confuse them. If you play Harry Kane as a target man against Van Dijk is going to destroy him. We've seen that in the 2018 Champions League. Was it 2019? I think 2018-2019 Champions League. Harry Kane will be destroyed by Van Dijk. We all know that. So you play Ivan Toney there, then you play Harry Kane behind him so that he can play off Ivan Toney. And we saw that in the Slovenia match where Ivan Toney assisted Harry Kane's goal. Harry Kane is not a target man. He's not a natural target man. He's like Benzema. He plays off other players. You understand what I'm saying? So you have to put him behind someone who can distract the other players for him to get a shot on. That's how Harry Kane is. So I think you should put Bellingham. I don't know why he's playing Bellingham as a number 10. Bellingham has never been a chance creator, so you are wasting him in that position. Bellingham is a number 8, right? He's a box-to-box midfielder. So you put him with Declan Rice. If you check Bellingham's stats last season, he had a lot of ball recoveries. And England needs that. England needs someone who can win the ball and circulate it. So I think Bellingham's abilities are best served in the pivot with Declan Rice. I don't think they're using him well as a number 10. It doesn't make sense to me why he keeps using him as a number 10. And no one sees that to be an issue. They only see Harry Kane not scoring goals to be the issue. Meanwhile, there's a fundamental issue in the team. Chances are not being created enough for him to put the ball in the net. He's not getting enough chances. We know Harry Kane is a very good finisher, one of the best finishers in the world currently. So if he's not doing what he's supposed to do, you should know that there's something wrong elsewhere. It's not only on him, because in Bayern he scored, I think he broke the record. Tottenham, the same thing. Harry Kane is not a target man, so don't play him like that. So this formation that I've given you, let me explain how I think they should play. So in possession, Arnold inverts, joins Rice, Bellingham, and Kane in midfield, and they progress the ball out of possession. You have three natural centre backs, Konsa, McGahey, and John Stones, who are there to help solidify the back. And you have Declan Rice, who's there, who can also give them some cover. You understand? So that is how I think England should play, and that's how I think their problem will be solved. Kane is not being played well. If you decide to drop Kane and put Ivan Toney there, there's not the different. You see some improvement, but then I think you are wasting the best striker currently, because he's the best striker he's the top scorer in England's history right now. You are going to put him on the bench because he's not being played well. It makes no sense to me. So that's how I think you can deploy him well. I think Gordon should replace Foden on the left wing, but then Southgate is not going to do that. So they are only going to do what I think Southgate will consider, which is playing Kane behind a natural striker who is going to be in the box and wait for the ball to come to him. So Saka can give the cutbacks, Arnold can give the crosses from behind, Foden can also give the passes, the creative passes and all that. I think Toney can be in the box and wait for those, while Kane can also play off Ivan Toney. That's how I think England can solve their issue. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll make a video on the France versus Spain game very soon, so you guys should watch out for that too.